Litteral, Kyle Mohan. Litteral stepped up big in Atlanta, had a good run. Kyle Mohan, you were talking about how impressed you were. Similar to that, I mean, Kyle Mohan's been around since day one. The podium has escaped him, but he's been true. Just like, I mean, talk about these purists. Only dude running an RB on the left, only dude running a Rotary on the right. So these guys are diehards. They're going to die on the cross for their engines.
Yeah. It's manufacturer, both chassis and engine for both drivers, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's not often we see that anymore.
No, I mean, you know, Forsberg's been done. He's been done doing that since day one. Nissan and Nissan.
That's a good point.
So, yeah. All right, here we go. Ryan Litteral out front. The Sunoco S15 initiates. And here we go. Kyle Mohan chasing him down. He's down on that bank. Looks like he blends right in. He's camouflaged to the wall. But Ryan Litteral comes down now into that front clip. He takes it out. A lot of those guys navigating and taking it out. You see Kyle Mohan, not as much angle. Needs to get that proximity. Litteral finds that sweet spot. Good angle from him. You know, nothing just crazy out of the box, but just good, straightforward. He did center punch, or not center punch, but took out that inside clip coming off the bank.
Yeah, Litteral's run here is nice and smooth, nice and consistent, which is what we want. And it looked like Kyle needed to get on power a little bit more. You can see how long it took for those tires to light up and then get back into the pocket. Litteral has a nice left foot brake there to get the car settled coming off the bank, which can be risky. It's a great way to bend a tie rod by doing that. But then through the rest of these zones, I mean, this is a really solid run by Litteral. It's, as you said, not crazy flashy. He doesn't do anything ridiculous, but he puts together a very solid run.
And that's almost like no news is good news, where it's just a good, straightforward, good, clean run. Car looks good. It looks settled, not wavering. You know, and as we're getting overhead with Kyle, see him kind of lunging back and forth, but Ryan keeps it rock solid. Kyle edges in there. You can see Ryan working the wheel a little bit. It's not major corrections, like you said, input-wise.
You'll notice, too, the drivers are shutting it down right at the line on that first run because there is no tread to be spared on this track tonight.
Yep. Yeah, we talked about just the porousness, the aggressiveness, the grit. We talk about that in Seattle here, and I'd say Irwindale's probably the smoothest out of all the bank ones. Here we go. Kyle Mohan initiates. And look at that, Ryan Litteral gets good proximity there, but he has to back off. There we go. Now he's running into that green wall. The big green monster now coming into that second inside clip. These guys are absolutely obliterating him, taking him out like the pinatas. Now into that crease goes Kyle Mohan. Does exceed it just a little bit there towards the end, but that won't hurt him too much. But again, these guys, you know, got a little loosey-goosey there on that second run.
Yeah, so let's check out the initiation there from Kyle Mohan. We see he's on left foot brake right through, but it does take him a while to get the back end of the car settled in there, and it kind of throws it in near the end, which does throw Ryan Litteral for a bit of a loop. He does shoot through this section here. Kyle's kind of been struggling with keeping the throttle consistent through that transition zone, and with the rotary, if you come off throttle, it does take a bit to get back into where it makes power. So this initiation here, so he gets on it, then left foot brakes, then gets on power, now is throwing angle in. So it really takes Kyle about half of the bank before he's really got things dialed in, which you know, it sucks because the rest of the run does start to come together. We do see some more corrections here, and I think the chase that we see out of Ryan Litteral more or less comes from the fact that he wasn't able to get things settled because Kyle wasn't getting things settled in front of him. So Ryan could have been a bit more aggressive with it, but it looks like he was just kind of chasing back and forth. And really the BC Racing side-by-side is going to show us.
Yeah, all right, so there you go. See, Ryan Litteral initiate. Like I said, just good, straightforward run. And watch Mohan on the right.
It's that little, like,
that little, like,
into the wall a little bit and then shoots back out. He's not supposed to be decelerating in that area yet. You can a little bit further down, but yeah, and I mean, the second outside zone was really tough from Ryan Litteral, but what it's gonna come down to is what mistake was bigger, what is gonna overcome that, and that's what's gonna basically set the judges up for their decisions.
And the pressure mounts, again, it does bear repeating. No one more times in seating brackets. So